anybody that, if you're interested in real estate, get you one of these contracts. We're going to go through it real quick. I'm going to read the notes on it. We're not going to spend much time on it. We're going to go through it. We're going to have question and answer time. Then we're going to be ready to sell the house. First of all, we are tape recording. We tape record all of our auctions. And I'm going to give you the information on the property here. It is Sunday, January 19th, 2003. Legal description of this property is Lot 28, Block 6, Quail Ridge, First Edition, Edmond, Oklahoma. I realize we're just across the line from Oklahoma City, but this is 2817 Blue Quail Pass, Edmond, Oklahoma. You will be required to put $8,000 down. We put that all in our ad, so you need $8,000 cash or check. We do not take credit cards. So please, $8,000 today if you're the successful bidder. I'm going to read this real quick if y'all want to follow along. This is a cash offer. Property is being sold as is. And when we say as is, we're talking about physical features. We guarantee to give you a good, clear title. Derek's mother was the only one that owned this property. It was a model house. They fixed it really nice. All the window treatments go with it. All the light fixtures that are attached stay with it. And we've got some greenery on the walls. That stays with it too. All the curtains and everything.
Robert, you going to do it inside?
Yeah, right in here.
Got a couple people outside.
Tell them to come on in. We're getting ready to start. The buyers, you've all had time to examine the house. We've had an open house and everything. You've had a chance to look at it. This offer is not dependent on the buyer getting a loan. Now, I don't care if you get a loan and use that for the proceeds, but you're going to put $8,000 down today. And you're going to, if you do have a loan, it can only be a conventional loan. We do not take FHA or VA, as they are sometimes will not cover some of this stuff. The real estate sales subject to seller's confirmation. Mr. Dawson's right here. He said he needs 2 minutes to think it over and he's ready to go. He would like to sell the house. He lives in Slidell, Louisiana. He does not live here. It's a long ways away. The seller pays the documentary stamps and the seller to furnish a termite certificate. And we've had a lot of people call. We've shown it. Since no realtors have pre-registered any bidders, then we won't be co-broken today. We had some people that thought about it, but nobody so far. So since there's nobody that's put up any registered bidders, we will not be co-broken today. The Homeowner Association annual fee is $150, and you get the rights to go to their swimming pool. They've got a little swimming pool, and they've got a playground. The grade school is close by, Angie Debo Grade School, and then Summit Middle School, and I believe Santa Fe High School and Edmond are the other schools. They're all Edmond schools right here. We'd like to close no later than Tuesday, March 11th. If you need just a few more days, we can extend that a little bit, but we'd like to close by then or sooner. We can be ready to close in probably about 12 to 15 days. We just need to finish up the paperwork and do that. Anybody have any questions on the first page of the contract? Keep in mind, if you put $8,000 down and then you don't close for any reason, as long as I give you a good, clear title, you would forfeit your $8,000. So please don't bid unless you're sure you've got the money, can get the money, can follow through with it. You probably really need to already have your money lined up unless you've got a pretty nice line of credit at the bank or wherever. Anybody have any questions on the first page? Okay, let's go to the next page. On the next page is the lead warning statement. By government rules, we have to put that out. They quit making lead-based paint, I believe, in 1978. This house was built in 1999, so there couldn't be any lead-based paint here anyway. Anybody have any questions on that page? If not, let's go to the next page. That's a residential property condition disclaimer statement form. Mr. Dawson's never lived here. It's his mother's house. He doesn't know a whole lot about the house. He lives several hundred miles away. You have any questions on that page? If not, we'll go to the next page. The next page is the termite inspection. We did a termite inspection last week. There are no termites here. Usually they treat them when they first build one, so usually for about 15 or 20 years you don't have a chance to get them because the chemicals are still strong. So we've got a termite certificate statement. We're going to give you the original at closing. This is a copy. We'll give you the original at closing. You'll have that. Any questions about the termite? Let's go to the last page. This is real important. Estimate of buyer's expenses right here. All right, if everybody would follow along, the down payment today is $8,000, cash or check. Abstracting costs will be approximately $550. Your half would be $275. Of course, we'll keep in mind the buyers and sellers are splitting the abstracting and a lot of these closing costs. Title insurance is going to be approximately $600, so your half of that would be $300. Recording fee is going to be approximately $20. Closing fee of the title company, we use American Guarantee at 40th and Tulsa, and that's where we'll close this one at, in Oklahoma City. The closing fee is $150. Your half of that would be $75. The title exam fee done by their attorney is $110. Your half would be $55. And the final exam fee, also called the gap check, which they do the day before the closing to make sure there's no liens or put anything put on the property, that's $100. Your half would be $50. If you add all these figures up, you come to $775. Now, the seller is going to pay for the first, if we close 2.5 months into the year of 2003, the seller will be paying up to the day of closing, so he'll pay approximately $375 worth of ad valorem taxes. So that's going to take off of your cost. That's going to get you down to around $400 to $500 of cost right there. Now, that's if you're a cash buyer. If you get a loan, there's going to be loan fees, origination fees, appraisals, and all that. So keep that in mind. This is if you're a cash buyer. This house is probably as close as you're going to get to a perfect house. Any questions? All right, Mr. Derrick's here. He said he needs 2 minutes to think it over, but he wants to sell the house. I want fully qualified people. If you want to bid on the house, I'm welcoming everybody to bid, but I want serious people that are going to put $8,000 down today and close in about 45 days with a balance, regardless of what you bid. Any questions? All right, I want to sell the house, and I've got a question. How much for it? Who give $165,000 to go? Who give 165? 165 to anybody that 165. What about a 165 to 165? What about a 165? Who give 155,000 go? Who give 155? What about a 155? What about a 155? 155. Who give 150? Let's go. 150,000. Anybody that 150? What about a 150? Anybody that 150? Anybody that
How much?
Mr. Watson gave me a bid of 125. He said to start it there. He'll be a buyer if nobody else buys it, but I've got 125. Who wants to be 130? Let's go. 130. Now we're on the money. 135. We're off. 135. 135. What about 140,000? 145. What about 145? What about 145? I just thought of something. What about 141? 141, 141, 141, 142, 143,000, 144,000, 145. What about a 145? What about a 146? What about a 147, sir? 147, 148, and 149, 149, and 150, 151, 151, 152, 52, 53, 153, 153. I have 152,000. What about a 153? Anybody 153? Think about it. I have the bidder 152. Anybody 153? What about a 153? Anybody else 153? 152. Anybody 153? Anybody? Y'all just hold on a minute. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Mr. Dawson. I have a bid, Mr. Dawson. I have a bid of 152,000. Can we sell this when we get through?
No.
Sell it. You heard the man. I've got 152. I'm gonna ask for bids. If nobody else bids, I'm gonna sell to the young lady.
153.
I thought so. 154. Now 154. 155. What about a 155? 156. Anybody limit 156? 156. What about a 156? I got a 155. Anybody else 156? 155 is bid on the house. Anybody limit? He's just looking. 156. I got a 155. Anybody 156? Anybody else 156? I have the gentleman 155. Anybody 156? Last call. Anybody else 156? I'm going to go to the bank. 156. Last call. I have sold it for $155,000. That's $155,000. Thank you so much. Give him a round of applause. 432. 432 for $155,000.